stand, will you lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one nation, under God, one and indivisible.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Spicer.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Green.
Here.
Alderman Hoffman. Here. Alderman Wilson. Here. Alderman Rupertus.
Here.
Alderman Morris.
Here.
And then we have Chief Hyman. Here. Interim Chief Aucoin.
Here.
And then myself, City Secretary Crystal Bishop.
Are you here?
I'm here.
Do we have any public comments?
Ginger.
Big mouth here.
Hey, let's pull that over here so she can film. She can't see you.
Oh, I got it anyway. Oh, boy, I can't feel. Okay, I was reading over the parking ordinance, and there's a lot of streets in this city that need parking. Could we maybe think about some kind of a parking arrangement between certain hours they can't park on the streets? Or something of that sort, because I know our street is real hard to get up and down when anybody's parking on one side, much less when they park on both sides. And so I understand there's certain streets that maybe are more important or you need it more, but we need to kind of look at maybe parking throughout the community. So that's my say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
No, sir.
All right, we'll go through the consent agenda. Number one, approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting, March 22nd, 2021.
And then also item number 2, consent agendas, all one.
Okay, approval of the September, October, November, December 2020, January, February 2021 general fund financial reports. Do I have a motion?
Should we just do the approval of the minutes?
Can we what? She asked if we could do it all together.
Consent agenda is something that you do, consent agenda is when you do it all together, it's all one motion.
Well,
But if you don't want to, you don't.
Did you want to separate them out?
yeah, I prefer to separate.
All right, well then we'll separate it out. Number one, approval of the minutes of the regular city council meetings, March 22nd, 2021. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from March 22nd, 2021.
Do I have a second?
Can you not hear?
No.
Well, a while ago was before.
It was really loud.
Test.
How about that? I don't need a speaker.
Okay,
Test.
thank you.
Is it working?
We have a motion in a second. Is there any discussion on the minutes? If not, anybody object? No objections? Motion carries. Number two, approval of the September, October, November, and December 2020, January and February 2021 general fund financial reports. Do I have a motion?
I know that, I should speak quick, Russell wanted to go over them, with me. I agree that we need to review them. The reports show these reports have been, were ran after the bank reconciliation had been done for each month. So that's what this is reflecting.
Do I have a motion? We can discuss.
We want to make a motion so we can discuss it.
Or would you like to table it till next month?
At this time, I feel as though we need to postpone it.
Let's make a motion to table.
We can do that.
Make a motion to table till next month.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Anybody object to postpone? It will be covered in the May meeting. Regular agenda, discuss and a possible action to accept the increased access line rates from the Public Utility Commission of Texas. City Administrator, do I have a motion? so we can discuss?
I'll make that motion.
Have a second?
Second.
This is really a housekeeping item, it's something that we're gonna have to continue to do on a periodic basis, to ensure that we are complying with the state regulations.
And they do this almost every year.
Every year.
Do I have a motion? Do I have any more discussion on the matter? Anybody object? Motion carries. Number 2, discuss and possible action to adopt the ordinance amending ordinance 87-4, providing for additional no parking streets deemed necessary to promote the health, safety, and welfare of the public, providing for and repeal of all parts of ordinances in conflict herewithin, and providing for an effective date. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
A second?
I'll second.
And, I've read over it, and we can come back and add times and stuff later. If we see that it's not working in a certain area, we can add times and stuff as
Or additional streets.
For
I think
additional
she was
streets.
talking about.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, on this one, basically the reason for the amended change in this ordinance, if you would look at the ordinance, I don't know why, it happened the way it happened, but somehow since 1977 to present day, there was once an ordinance prohibiting the parking of anything south of 3005. Somehow that got changed a little bit where there was parts of the street of Jamaica Beach Road you could park on and other half of you couldn't, and each block it varied, and then the West Road wasn't even considered on this. The real reason for this amendment is to change back to no parking south of 3005 because of the excessive beach traffic that we have in that area. I'm in the process of looking at all of the ordinances right now and making those amendments, and Ms. Jones brought up a great idea that there is probably a reason that we should put together some kind of times as far as no parking in various areas of the city, so that should be studied as well.
Any more discussion?
I have a silly question, but I'm gonna state it anyway, just to get it on record. I read over it and it's great. The only conflict I have is in front of the park, which is going to be Jolly Roger west of Buccaneer. That's where all of our emergency vehicles park. No conflict of interest there?
No, sir. No, that on all parking, just like any other traffic, law enforcement, emergency responders, EMS, fire department, whatever, is immune to that statute.
Thank you. I wanted to be clear on that.
You know what, would probably be a bad idea to paint a red stripe on that side of the park.
Yes, sir, that would be a good idea.
Any other discussion? Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Number 3, discuss and consideration to approve the new city personnel policy. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion that we postpone approval.
You want to table it? Do I have a second?
I will second that motion.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. City administrators report.
Obviously, I kind of gave some of the report as to, I'm right now going through all the ordinances. Even with the parking ordinance, they have been changed a lot, as you well know, that Muni Code is in the process of actually codifying the ordinances anyway, but there are a lot of ordinances on the books that we just need to update and clean up, because there are 4 or 5 ordinances that keep referring to each other, and they're just not in a clean form right now. That's one of the things that obviously is on the forefront. We were able to open up a public assistance grant/claim with FEMA concerning the winter storm. That has already been accomplished. Now we're going through the process of doing a follow-up on that as the time and action plan that they require comes down. The only categories that we qualify for that is the emergency procedures, which is debris removal and the actual emergency, actual frozen pipes and everything that we had to fix during that storm. It only amounts to a little over $5,000. If the federal government decides to attach the other categories, however, our claim could be well over $150,000 to $200,000 for damages. That's it.
That's it. Mayor's report. If I take a deep breath, this is the last meeting I'm gonna run. I just wanna say thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I got. Alderman's reports, we'll start over here with the Mayor Pro Tem.
I'm sorry to see you go. And I'm glad to see new people come in. I have nothing to say.
Marcia?
The Easter event, I thought I had a great turnout for not having one last year. We had plenty of eggs for all of the plenty of kids that we had. So it was really nice, and thank you to everyone that helped set up and clean up. And it was a real smooth event. So I do have some inquiries about Memorial Day. We haven't talked about that yet, so if anybody is interested in the Memorial Day party, reach out with me and we'll see about if we want to do it or not this year. That's all I have to say.
Terry?
I did go to the JBIC meeting, but I don't have anything to report at this time.
We'll go down here to Clay.
I first want to say, yeah, thank you, Steve. Thank you for everything you've done for the great city, and we owe you a big thank you. Also would like to let everyone know, I look forward to continuing updating ordinances, STR, beach access, simplifying many of the things we need to do, and also that includes our communication. I look forward to really focusing in on that. Thank you.
Russell?
Alright, in case any of you guys wanna contact and comment about the 3005 project, just figure I'd throw that out there again. You can always reach out to the city of Galveston, TxDOT, or Angel Brothers themselves with your comments or concerns. Alright, had a lot of talk about the beach plan being confusing. I'm gonna try to work with everybody and hopefully we can get something out that clarifies it for the citizens. On this topic, I do wanna bring up that I thought spring break was a huge success. So we have complaints now about it's confusing. How can I say that? Confusion.
Confusing.
Moving on. But
It's not clear.
we did not have complaints about excessive speed, excessive vehicles, and I wanna throw a huge shout out to Brad, John, and all the PD staff for staying on top of that. I think we're moving in the right direction. The marina's been another hot topic. I led up that fight. I have worked diligently on it. If you have any questions or complaints, contact me and we'll discuss it. I feel like it's really done a good job. It's cut down on traffic substantially. Tax appraisals. If you read on the second page, it shows you right there to fill out the form and mail it in. I suggest everybody does that. You can do it two ways. You can do it online if you don't feel like getting out, or you can fill out the back and schedule it to get an appointment. But with those enormous hikes, I really think everybody needs to pay attention to that. You should have received that in the mail. We got a huge election coming up. I really hope everybody does their due diligence to cast a ballot and have an informed decision. And tune in next month. Back to you, Steve.
Thank you. Police report.
I'll come all the way
Oh,
over.
I'm sorry, I moved.
No, no. Make it so she didn't have to move. Police report for March. Several projects we're still working on. Body cameras, which I've reported before. We're still doing research on demos on systems for new body cameras that would help meet our needs. The League City Consortium is who we belong to for our MDTs and all that other stuff is a huge consortium. We've had meetings with Chief Ratliff over in Lake City. The software that we've been using for many, many, many years, which is called OSSI, has been sunsetted, and the support is going away. It's becoming much more expensive. So the whole consortium, which consists of about 15 different departments, they're looking at a new solution. So we've been having meetings to figure out what the new solution is and the costs that will be associated for each department. It will be a scaling cost depending on how much we use and how big our department is. So I'll get more information as the meetings go along and, let everybody know. We had 11 new cases that were opened up in March. I don't know if y'all got a copy of this, but I'll read them down.
Yes.
Okay, so 210013, which was an unattended death in our city. It was informational only report. 210014, which was a traffic accident. 210015, that was a lost property report. 210016, that was a public order crime. Then 210017 was a theft report. 210018, another traffic accident. 210019 was a electronic communications harassment report. 210020 was a public intoxication. 210021 was a found property, was an informational only report. 210022 and 23 was a result from a traffic stop. The people in the vehicle had outstanding warrants. They were then verified and people were transported to the jail, so it was referred to another jurisdiction. It wasn't our warrants, it was another department. In March, our police department, working traffic penetration, we had 118 citations in March. Personnel, we've hired a new full-time officer to replace Officer Miller's vacancy, or the vacancy left by Officer Miller. Her name is Officer Erin Harris. She began the FTO program in March. She's just completed her FTO and started on her full-time shift. And for the beach enforcement, I'd just like to say and reiterate what Russell said. It's actually been going very, very well with the personnel and the way that we've been enforcing the beach. We've had a lot of positive responses from our citizens. It's just staying on top of it. We've seen a few little hiccups, but we're adjusting, so I think everything's going very well. Any questions for me?
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
And at this time, we're going to go into an executive session for the purpose of deliberating the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment of duties, discipline, or dismissal of public officers of the police chief, city administrator, city secretary, building utility clerk, court clerk, pool supervisor, and laborer. So if y'all would, please.
I have the time at 6:19.